I just thought I'd look in here. Oh, look at that. A draft. Oh, a share draft, order draft, documentary draft. The unconditional written order signed by one person directing another person, to pay a certain sum of money. Pooch. Bank draft. Exactly how do the employees of the courts get paid, AOC? Oh. Could you get me the states that are paying their employees to allow for the violating of personal recognizance? Because I'm going to sue every state of the United States. As I said, I can spend another 6 months. I mean, I haven't actually been high for 25 years. I mean, really that kind of high where you administer psychotropic medication against my will? But when the police departments are absolutely sure that they have no criminality, no conspiracy, no combination for having the evidence that I emailed them on June 16th that I was in Port Angeles. Yes. And all you had to do was copy and paste each of the email addresses and you could have seen for yourself. Pooh. I didn't email anybody in Brendan, Washington. So everything you've done has been against the law. Now, for those of you that think I'll never get an attorney for this, when attorneys know the evidence, and they know the legal fees have to be paid by the party that's being sued, yes, state of Washington, every state of the United States, every administrative office of the courts in every court system in every county, pooch. A lot of attorneys get greedy when that happens, and it's a word that I don't like to use that often as a Christian man. I'm not greedy, but if attorneys are, oops. Having legal fees paid for by the party that loses the appeal to issue failure to appear is what I didn't fail to appear. Because police departments would not give a homeless man notice of court hearings. Yes. Suing for the decision to issue failure to appears for being requested instead of required by notice. A lot of attorneys see an immense amount of attorney fees available to them. See, I might be homeless and not have any money in my pocket, yes, but it's not me that they're looking at. They're looking at the party that they're going to sue. And some of those deep pockets known as states, counties, federal governments, they can add that on $1,000 an hour to make sure that they're really, really good lawsuits. To pay me an immense amount of damages. And they themselves enrich themselves at the expense of the taxpayer because of the state refusing to do what the law fucking requires. So I just wanted every one of my attorneys that are going to have to wait 6 months for me to go to a mental institution, yes, so that Jefferson County can prescribe psychotropic medication against my will, as I've documented all the lawsuits. For every day that my attorneys are waiting, yes, to receive their fees to represent me in these lawsuits, they're going to continue to tack on additional damages, suffering, and pain for making me go to court on Friday. Yes. When the police department knows I emailed them that day. Yes. For continuing to enforce a protection order. Right. Where there's a forgery. Continuing to enforce a dissolution of marriage. Yes. Where I didn't receive any actual documentation and I didn't receive the dissolution of marriage. So for every state that understands the mindset of attorneys, you just keep heaping on the additional attorney fees, and when it's all said and done, you'll find out that I did a phenomenal job documenting the lawsuits that are going to result in the party being sued having to pay their fees. Now, are you going to be total fucking buttholes again, or are you going to realize exactly how much money this is going to cost? Because it's not just the abuse of power on the part of law enforcement, Sheriff. It's the idea that some attorneys that represent clients that know they're going to win. They'll make absolutely fucking sure that those fees add up to millions. And for a lot of attorneys and a lot of attorney firms that earn their bread and butter, yes. You keep fucking up and you'll continue to support a major number. Now, why don't you make a motherfucking phone call, Sheriff?